Indiana's news leader. Eyewitness News at 6 o'clock starts now.
The second presidential debate is over, but it appears tonight that Donald Trump's lewd remarks from 2005 are dragging down his campaign tonight.
In the NBC Wall Street Journal poll that was taken after the video of those comments surfaced Friday, the Republican nominee for president is losing traction. Among likely voters, Hillary Clinton now has an 11% lead over Trump, if you include all four of the candidates.
But when asked to choose between just Clinton and Trump, likely voters picked Clinton by 14%. Now, this survey was taken after the recording became public, but before last night's debate, when Trump once again used what some are calling the locker room defense.
I don't think you understood what was said. This was locker room talk. Certainly I'm not proud of it, but this is locker room talk. And yes, I'm very embarrassed by it. I hate it, but it's locker room talk. And
after repeating the defense at least 3 times, Trump is hoping that chalking it up to just locker room talk is enough to keep his supporters and sway undecided voters. Eyewitness
News political reporter Kevin Rader was in St. Louis for the debate last night. He heard Trump's remarks firsthand, saw how the audience reacted. Then, as he headed back to Indianapolis today, he stopped and talked with Hoosiers about what they thought about this locker room talk excuse. Kevin?
Donald Trump is one political topic that everyone seems to have an opinion on, Ann, but the apology and the firestorm that surrounds it still has everyone buzzing. It was the apology everyone expected, but not quite the words everyone expected.
This was locker room talk. I'm not proud of it. I apologize to my family. I apologize to the American people.
It set off a firestorm of debate on both sides, even back home in Indiana.
I thought it was a pretty good explanation. I'm not real happy about what he said, but it's definitely better than the alternative, for sure.
I think he had to say something, and that was what he came up with.
Look, I think that it's not okay. It's an excuse, but I think Donald Trump's sins are all out there in the open and Hillary's are hidden, so I don't think there's a difference between either one.
But not every Hoosier's willing to give Trump a pass on the infraction.
Locker room talk, okay, we all do that. We all make those mistakes. But that man makes a mistake every time he opens his mouth. And he keeps doing it, and he keeps doing it, and he keeps doing it. He's a fool.
It's a straight-out lie, and he certainly has a history of, let me just say, he doesn't like women.
There is a lot of men who've had locker room talk in the past, and I can't see why they're making such a big deal out of this situation here other than it's Donald Trump who said it. But there's a lot of guys who have said things.
But they are not running for president.
Well, since I was made public, I do feel like he needed to apologize. If I said something and then it's overheard by a lady, then, you know, I need to apologize. And that's what he did, so I'll give him credit there.
May get credit, but he's not getting a pass. Hoosiers are still very discerning voters. Emery?
All right, Kevin, thank you. So how did Trump's running mate, Governor Mike Pence, respond to Trump's comments on the videotape? On Saturday, he released a statement saying he was offended by the words and actions described by Trump and that he cannot defend them. But today, Pence appears to have a bit of a different tone.
You know, it takes a big man to know when he's wrong and to admit it and to have the humility to apologize and be transparent and be vulnerable with people. And Donald Trump last night showed that he's a big man.
As evidence here, Pence back on the campaign trail today. 2 rallies in North Carolina. Tomorrow he plans to appear in Iowa and also in Nebraska.
A long time